How I stopped crashing midday with one simple swap. I used to be that person who would power through work until 3 p.m., then crash so hard I'd miss meetings, feel like a zombie, and reach for whatever snack was closest, usually chips or candy. My energy was all over the place, and I couldn't figure out why. The fluorescent lights of my office seemed to pulse in time with my exhaustion, and the hum of the coffee machine only added to the noise in my head. I remember one particularly rough day when I had a meeting at 4 p.m., but by 3:15, I was already slumped over my desk, fighting the urge to close my eyes for just 5 minutes. Then I joined a breathing practice at my local community center. It wasn't about fitness per se, it was more about mindfulness and grounding. One day, the instructor asked us to reflect on our habits that were holding us back. That's when I realized, my midday crash wasn't just from lack of sleep or stress, it was from poor fueling. The room was quiet as we all sat in stillness, and for a moment, I felt the weight of my own habits pressing down on me. It was like the instructor had reached into my life and pulled out the truth I'd been ignoring. I swapped my usual snack for a handful of almonds and a piece of fruit. It felt small, but it made all the difference. My energy stabilized, and I noticed I was more focused during meetings. Even better, I stopped reaching for that 3 p.m. sugar rush. The first time I tried it, I almost laughed out loud at how simple it seemed. Almonds and an apple, really? But as the days passed, I began to notice subtle changes. My coffee didn't taste as bitter, my thoughts felt clearer, and I even found myself smiling more during lunch breaks. When things got tough, like when I was juggling work deadlines and family responsibilities, I leaned into prayer. Keeping my faith close reminded me to breathe through the chaos. It wasn't a magic fix, but it helped me stay centered and keep going. There were days when I'd sit at my desk, eyes closed, whispering prayers under my breath as if they might somehow untangle the knots in my schedule. And sometimes, just taking a deep breath before answering an email or picking up the phone felt like a small victory. Now, that simple swap is part of my routine. My week feels easier than I ever expected, and I'm more present in every moment. I still have bad days, of course, days when I forget to eat the almonds or get caught up in the whirlwind of work again. But now, instead of spiraling into a midday crash, I catch myself and take a step back. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And that, I've learned, is enough.